5 years into marriage, the husband drops a bombshell. Ever since the wife overheard him ask their son, "What if Aunt Ye became your mom? Would you be okay with that?" And the kid said yes. She's been like a totally different person. She stopped picking the kid up from school, started ignoring her husband's texts and calls. And finally, he panicked. "I was just messing around with the kid. Are you seriously this upset? If you don't trust me, I'll fire Ye Chin." She just shrugged it off. "Don't bother." Because Ye Chin had already sent her over 100 intimate photos of the two of them. Once she had enough evidence, she filed for divorce. No hesitation. This time, she wanted nothing. Not the husband, not the kid. At the law office, attorney Lu Jingchen stared at Xu Ji, stone-faced. "You're sure you want half of Mr. Lu Chengzhou's assets? And you're giving up custody of the child?" She slowly breathed out 2 words. "I'm sure." "Got it, we'll prep the evidence. Court date's in 2 weeks." She nodded and walked out of the law firm. Then her phone buzzed. A message from Ye Chin, photos attached. "Xu Ji, Lu Chengzhou took me to Iceland last week and booked us a couple suite." She looked at his smile in those photos and just laughed at herself. No reply. She forwarded everything straight to the lawyer. "Attorney Lu, new evidence for you. Half a month ago, Lu Chengzhou's assistant Ye Chin had added her on WeChat. She figured it was work stuff and accepted. Turns out every single message was intimate photos of Ye Chin and Lu Chengzhou, him looking all lovey-dovey and everyone. She shut her eyes, turned around and forced herself not to think about it. Half an hour later, back at the Lu estate, she'd barely pushed open the front door when Lu Chengzhou rushed over, clearly worried. "You feeling okay? Xingyao's teacher said you never came to pick him up." Seeing him like this, all concerned, her throat tightened. "I'm fine, I just forgot." Lu Chengzhou froze. She'd nearly bled out having that kid. Doctors said she'd never be able to get pregnant again. She'd always been so devoted to him. How could she just forget to pick him up? Just then, a little voice came from upstairs. "Dad, can Aunt Ye pick me up from now on? She's way better. My friends all say she's pretty." Lu Chengzhou's face dropped. "Lu Xingyao, who told you it was okay to talk to your mom like that?" The kid went pale with fear. She watched it all unfold and felt nothing but bitter irony. When she'd poured everything she had into Xingyao, he ran wild. One word from Lu Chengzhou and he snapped right into line. She stepped in and held Lu Chengzhou back. "Let it go." He turned to her, flustered. "Babe, I had a meeting today. Couldn't get away. That's why I had Ye Chin pick him up." She just nodded. "No worries. You handle it going forward." Might as well let the kid bond with his future stepmom early. She turned to walk away, but he grabbed her arm. "Are you mad at me?" She pressed her lips together. 10 years of marriage. They knew each other inside out. Except now, his heart wasn't in it anymore. But he could still see right through her act. "I'm sorry, babe. I wasn't thinking. I'll keep her out of our family stuff from now on, okay?" His gentle tone meant nothing to her anymore, just sadness. Everyone thought Lu Chengzhou was the perfect husband. If Ye Chin hadn't sent those photos, she might have still believed she had a real marriage. She swallowed it all down and said, "Okay." 2 weeks from now, they'd go their separate ways for good. The next morning, around 10:30 a.m., she walked out of the bedroom and was surprised to find Lu Chengzhou still sitting in the living room. He waved her over with a grin. "There's an auction today, that heart of the ocean you always talked about. It's up for bid. Let me take you to get it." Her chest tightened. He remembered every little thing she'd ever mentioned, every preference she had, and none of that stopped him from cheating. As they were heading out, something suddenly crossed her mind. "Where's Xingyao?" His expression shifted. "I'll have the nanny handle school drop-off from now on. You don't need to worry about it. I always said I married you so you could live easy." Once upon a time, she would have laughed and teased him for saying that. Now she couldn't even fake a smile. Live easy. Or was he the one trying to have it all? "Let's go," she said, and walked ahead. Half an hour later, the Maybach pulled up in front of the auction house. She'd barely stepped out when she heard a woman's voice. "Mr. Lu, your seats are all set. Let me show you and Mrs. Lu to your table." She turned around and there was Ye Chin, dressed sharp in work clothes, cheeks pale from the cold. A second later, she heard Lu Chengzhou's concerned voice. "It's freezing out here. Why didn't you wait inside?" Ye Chin smiled and shook her head. "Didn't want to miss you." Those words made his breath catch. She could tell. He was worried about her. She looked away, and it felt like she could hear her own heart breaking. That's how love always starts, isn't it? When you begin to care. She said quietly, "You two catch up. I'll head in." But Lu Chengzhou grabbed her hand. "Ye Chin, you're done here. Head back to the office." He pulled her straight inside. They'd barely found their seats when she caught the glow of his phone screen. "Mr. Lu, you lied to me. Just the other night you said I was the most important person. And today you just left me behind?" He sat there totally absorbed in it, and it was her who felt like she was losing her mind. How could he be texting his mistress this openly, right in front of her? She slowly turned away, her eyes stinging. The auction kicked off. Lu Chengzhou bid on 2 items and walked away with both the heart of the ocean and an emerald necklace. The moment he had them, he started texting. She didn't look. She already knew who it was for. On their way out, he glanced over at her. "Babe, I've got to get back to the office." She nodded. Watching him rush off, her last trace of a smile disappeared. She opened Ye Chin's social media. Having someone who spoils you and has money, life is good. The photo? That emerald necklace. She screenshotted it and sent it straight to Attorney Lu. The evidence of his affair was piling up, every piece of it chipping away at what they'd built together. Her eyes burned. Fairy tale love is just that, a fairy tale. He didn't come home for 2 days straight. On Saturday, he finally called. Babe, Xingyao's off school today. I'm having the driver bring him over. That way he won't be bugging you at home. A bitter feeling crept into her gut, because just 1 minute ago, she'd gotten a message from Ye Qin. Shudri, if I want it, Lu Chengzhou will give me anything, including your only son. She kept her voice flat. Okay, I'll have the nanny bring him over. He didn't notice anything was off, just started complaining. Babe, you don't even care about me anymore. I've been gone and you haven't called once. She bit back what she really wanted to say. I know you're busy. I'll come keep you company later. A brief pause, then, it's okay. I'm almost wrapped up here. I'll bring Xingyao home tonight. She hung up, a bitter smirk on her face. Love really can't survive a test. As Xingyao headed out the door, the nanny, Auntie Zhou, looked troubled. Ma'am, the little one is still so young. He really needs his mom around. Something flickered in her eyes as she watched the child she'd nearly died to bring into this world. After a long pause, she spoke softly. It's okay, he'll have someone. She sat down on the couch, and honestly, even now she still didn't understand how things had gotten to this point. When Ye Qin first joined the company as his assistant, Lu Chengzhou had told her, if you're not okay with it, I'll have HR find a male assistant. How was she supposed to suspect anything? She never thought twice about the faint perfume she'd sometimes catch on him. Not until the very first message Ye Qin ever sent her turned out to be an intimate photo of the two of them. She covered her eyes with her hand and shut out the memories. By 8 p.m., Lu Chengzhou finally came home with Xingyao, both of them grinning ear to ear. She'd braced herself for it, but it still stung. He held out a bag. Stopped by a jewelry store on the way back. Pick something out for you. See if you like it. She opened the box, a bracelet, clearly not cheap. She forced a smile. It's nice. His face lit up. Glad you like it. He set his phone down on the table. Babe, I'm gonna hop in the shower real quick. Xingyao said nothing, just stomped off to his room. The house fell completely quiet. She picked up Lu Chengzhou's phone. All his passwords were her birthday, but she'd never once gone through it. Maybe he'd gotten too comfortable with that. He hadn't been careful at all. She unlocked the screen, and their conversation was right there. Mr. Lu, does the missus like the gift I picked out? His reply, she loves it, but it'd look even better on you. She'd already made up her mind about the divorce, and yet, those 2 lines still knocked the air out of her. She thought the pain was gone, but it wasn't. She wanted to storm in and ask him, why would you let your mistress pick out a gift for your wife? A gift she'd already worn herself. But in the end, she just put the phone back where it was. 10 years of love slowly ground down to nothing. Then she felt him behind her, voice low with worry. Babe, you look really pale. Let me call the doctor. She reached over and stopped him. I'm fine, just my period. He paused, then sat down beside her and gently rested his hand on her stomach. Babe, I'm sorry. If I knew having a baby would take this much out of you, I never would have let you go through with it. She felt the warmth of his hand and slowly closed her eyes. It's fine, I chose this. She had once bet her life on this man, to bring their child into the world. But she'd forgotten. People change. If he still cared about her the way he used to, how could he forget that her period had been over for weeks? Just as he was about to say something more, his phone rang. His face changed fast. There's a problem at the office. I have to go now. Get some rest. Don't wait up. And just like that, he was out the door. Watching him go, she felt the cold of the night seep right through her. Ye Qin. Those 2 words on his screen, right there in plain sight. Did he really think she couldn't see how fast he moved? She told the nanny, keep an eye on Xingyao. Call me if anything comes up. Then she got dressed, walked out, got in her car and made a call. Sunyan, wanna grab a drink? Her one and only college roommate still living in the city. They'd barely been in touch since she got married. A cold laugh came through the phone. You've got some nerve. Shuji, if you can actually drag me out for drinks at this hour, I'll eat the whole bottle. She burst out laughing and switched to a video call. An hour later, she was looking at Sunyan's dazed face and smirked. Future Attorney Sue, which bottle are you eating? Sunyan said nothing, just grabbed the beer and chugged. Then she said something that stopped her cold. Shuji, I thought I'd never see you again. After you got married, you basically ghosted me. Having you sitting right in front of me right now, I really am happy. The truth hurts the most, but it hits the deepest too. She blinked back the tears. For one failing relationship, she'd shut out her closest friend for way too long. She looked up and smiled. I'm filing for divorce. Sunyan's eyes went wide, but she didn't ask a single thing. She just raised her beer. Congratulations. Glasses clinked. Laughter filled the air. It was her first time spending the night away from home, and she realized living on your own felt this good. She crashed in the hotel bed, drunk and finally at peace. When she woke up the next morning, there was a note on the nightstand. Had to get to campus. Call me anytime. She tucked the note in her pocket and picked up her phone. 3 messages from Ye Qin. 1 missed call. That was it. Nothing else. She almost laughed. She'd been out all night, and the only person who reached out was her husband's mistress. She looked at the family photo she'd set as her wallpaper and suddenly felt crowded out. She swapped it for a landscape shot. Back home, she put her phone down and jumped in the shower, tossed her booze-soaked clothes in the wash. Once everything was taken care of, she finally opened Ye Qin's messages. Shuji, I'm pregnant. Lu Chengzhou stayed with me at the hospital all last night. Bet it's lonely sleeping alone, huh? Oh, and you should be thanking me. If you weren't infertile, it wouldn't have been my turn. Reading those 3 messages, she genuinely didn't know what she was feeling. She was still zoned out when her phone started buzzing. Lu Chengzhou's voice came through, sounding drained. Babe, what was the name of the OB you saw at the maternity clinic? I've got a client who's pregnant. She stared at the floor. An emerald necklace for a client. A trip to the OB for a client. He didn't care what she thought at all. That's the only explanation for a lie this lazy. Her voice went cold. I don't remember. I've got something going on. Talk later. She hung up and sat in her chair staring at nothing.